Welcome back to HIM Tutorials. We are doing microorganisms, and under this heading we are going to do the subtopic food preservation. So what is food preservation, and why is it important, and what are the methods which will help in food preservation? We will discuss about that. So let's have a look. Food preservation is a combination of two words, food and preservation. Food means the diet which we are eating, and the diet must be a balanced diet for the proper growth of the body. So what are the components of balanced diet? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals. Two more are there, water and roughage. As these are the 5 components, and these are very much important for the proper growth of the body, as carbohydrates and fats are the energy giving food, protein is the body building food, vitamin and minerals are the protective food, and water is the essential part of our body because our body comprises 70% of the water, and roughage is not giving any kind of nutritional value, but it is just for the easy digestion of the food. So this all comprises our balanced diet, and each component is responsible for giving a particular type of nutrition to the body. These components are provided by the animal and the plant product. As animal product like milk, cheese, ghee, butter we are having daily. But as we go for the plant component, then plant component is mainly provided to us in 2 types of crops. They are Kharif crops, grown in rainy season, also called as summer season crops. Examples are paddy. Paddy means rice, maize, etc. Many more are there. Second one is rabi crop. They are the winter season crops. Examples are wheat, peas, gram, etc. Many more are there. The third one are the zaid crops, and they grow in between the rabi crop and kharif crops, and the examples are cucumber, bitter gourd, etc. and many more are there. So mainly the 2 seasons are practiced as kharif crops and rabi crops. The third one is the optional, as rainy season means this crop is going to have only for 4 to 5 months, and winter season is grown. Winter season crop is also grown for next 4 to 5 months. But still the kharif crops, as the rice or paddy we are, or maize, or the kharif crops we are eating whole year, and the rabi crop is also eaten by us whole year. Also the zaid crops are providing to us like cucumber, bitter gourd, pumpkin, watermelon. I think these fruits and vegetables we are going to eat in in that time also, when there is no season of those fruits and vegetables. So we are eating the non-seasonal fruits and vegetables. So how is it possible that we are getting the plant product which is only grown in fixed time in a year, but we are eating it whole year? That is only possible due to the process of the practice of the food preservation. So what is added for the food preservation in the food? The first thing which is very much important to keep in mind is that any kind of food which you are going to preserve, any kind of plant product or any kind of animal product, the shelf life of that food should be maintained. What is shelf life? Shelf life means every food has its own taste, aroma, and most important, the nutritive value. Why we are preserving food? Just so that we can add variety to our meals, because each component is important. Maybe it's carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, fats, and everything is provided to us through the plant product and animal product, and plant product or animal product we are not getting each thing every time. So we are just preserving the food so that we should eat the balanced diet daily. So shelf life of a food must be very important, and this nutritive value is very important. As you have seen in many packaging packaged food, that this food is only you are going to only eat enough within 6 months, or within 1 year or 2 year, or 3 year. Or also food preservatives are not only added to the food only, it is also added in cosmetics only, and many more paints, varnishes, and this time limit is given there. So what is this time limit is for? Just to maintain the nutritive value, because nutritive value is the only thing which should be considered very importantly, because we are just preserving food to add variety in our diet, and we are just preserving the food for the long storage. So shelf life of the food should not be taken in any kind in loose, so that we should not get that nutritive value for which we are eating that particular amount of food. So in preservation, what we are adding? We are adding preservatives, and these preservatives are mainly chemicals, and these chemicals may be man-made or they may be natural. So what is there which is preserving the food actually? So these preservatives are mainly chemicals, and these chemicals are having mostly the acidic nature, means they have pH near about 4.5. So due to this acidic nature, they kill the microorganisms, and then the microorganisms will not be able to contaminate the food. So next we are going for that, what is the purpose of the food preservation? So the purpose of the food preservation is, first is to avoid the wastage of food. Second is for the long storage of the food. Third is for eating non-seasonal food. Fourth is for easy transportation. And transportation to those areas also where that food product is not grown. And last one is, the fifth one, which is the main thing, is that food which we are preserving must be maintained with the nutritive value. So these are the few points for which the food preservation is very important. Now let's discuss that what are the methods with which we can go for the food preservation. So mainly there are two kinds of methods, as physical methods and chemical methods. In physical methods, we are practicing drying and dehydration. Second is freezing or sublimation. Third one is pasteurization. If I go for the chemical methods, then first one is salting. Second one is sugaring. Third is adding vinegar. Fourth is adding chemicals. Fifth one is oiling or pickling, you can say. Food preservation can be done in two types of scales also, as small scale production and for the large scale production. Small scale production we can go in our home also with the help of this pickling and salting sometime, sugaring sometime, and for large scale production, the canned food and the tinned food and the packaged food, that is mainly practiced in case of or you can say the canning and tinning is mainly practiced in case of large scale production. So these are the physical and the chemical methods, and I hope you understand that what is food preservation, what is responsible for the food preservation, what is the need of food preservation, and what are the two types of methods. So up to our next video, keep watching. Thank you.